Hello, good morning, traders. Good morning. Welcome for everyone. Today is 13th of February 2020, Thursday. Yesterday I couldn't make a stream. Sorry, I was quite busy. Um, Disclaimer for a forex trader or any investment trading carry high level of risk. You could lose all your investment at once. You could lose all your money you put in your broker if you trade in a gambling way. So trade percent-wise, please, and try to not to trade very high percentage. Just 2%. It's just for beginner, maximum of 2. When you grow in your account, you will know what to do next. 4%, 6%, if you know what you're doing, 6%. If it's swing trading, scalping trading, 1 to 2% the maximum. Because I know most of you here that I scalp during the day. So very important to know that you could lose 50% or 100% of your investment if you don't trade wisely. Let's get started. We can see S&P 500. It's kind of made a new overnight high. Not overnight. It was yesterday high on a close. It was all-time highs. Then today, as soon as we opened with a gap down and collapsed to the previous day low. So I will show you later on, but we can see that this data from overnight. Let me refresh this. Okay, this data from overnight, you can see about 80% green, maybe 20% red. So just by the heat map, you can tell where we are. The world itself, we can see China is 3.27% higher. That's to do with the money they injected to the economy to keep everything stable. Let's go to Forex. See pound green here. Bitcoin is red, is broke 10,000 after that start to get some resistance at 10,000. Crude oil is down. Um, String and weakness. So Aussie is weak because the S&P 500 went down and New Zealand as well. And CAD, three of them are all to do with the stock. And that's why you have to watch S&P 500 and know where the currency going, because if S&P 500 going down, these are equity currencies that are going down with it. Okay, no demand on it. The demand will be on the currency safe haven like yen and Swiss. So we've got these two. Sorry, let's just make it clear. These two, if the stock going down, they'll go down with it, and these guys they go up if the stock going down. Okay, so makes sense to trade these opposite each other. You can trade Aussie against yen, and you can trade New Zealand against yen and Swiss as well. If you trade future and stock, so you can hedge that way. In the middle, just right behind it's pound, just showing some momentum, and euro, because dollar index obviously down. As you can see, dollar just right there in the middle. Just didn't cross really in the middle, so watch out for that. That's the daily as well, so that will be reflecting ups and downs. But you can see yen really strong, so yen is more stronger than Aussie. Aussie just weak a little bit, but not very weak. But yen more strong. I will show you later on in index itself. Calendar today, the 10, we have some news for euro. Then after that, at 1:30 US CBI months and months, and core CPI months and months as well. Unemployment claims you will see that will reflect on the economy as well, just as a light news. So the high impact news we have it's at 1:30 today PM London time. Other than that, it's going to be all just medium news. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Uh, Indexes. We will look at the index now. That's the bound index. So I will just spend some time on the bound index itself. We can look here from the bottom here. We have one low, high low, high low, and high low. Okay, we have a four high lows. We will do a trend line here. Okay, now we're going high, and another high, and another high. What are between these two high lows and high highs? Okay, no high highs, but this is one here. That's the big one. I mean, like that's the rotation, coming back down and rotating back up. So I expect the bound to continue its momentum to challenge this high. Hopefully we'll create a new high, and we'll see what's going to happen from there. But first thing, I would like to see bound to break this level, to break this resistance area here. If it broke, then we'll continue back up to this level. But we're going to play a little bit here and we'll continue back up. Let's look to euro. We have a channel here we talked about previously. We broke the channel up and I expected that to come back down to test the moving average. And if it starts to close below it, then we'll continuation down, rolling over. As you can see, roll over, broke the channel below. I'm probably going to continue more down momentum. Dollar, we had a support here. Sorry, no support resistance. Well, support resistance are the same in a way, but there's a supply here, and we'll see how much it will want to go down. We'll watch out for these two area. Could create a channel here and continue back up. I hope you can see that. So first thing you look for this area, see how much it's gonna hold. Probably it's gonna break the moving average, spike down, and try to play around the moving average. Then after that, we'll be looking for the next level to go down more. Up to this level here, we'll create some kind of support here to push it back up a little bit and continue back down. Then you will start to look for the next and the next. If it show you momentum, we have a red day followed by another red day. That's a good short. That's short momentum. You can short it all the way down to this high here or the close of this candle, dodging candle. Yen, you can see since the stock risk off this morning, we can see red candle. I will show you later on. We went up high, come back down on moving average. We rotate back up about 60% here of this move, and we're coming back down. We went all the way down to zero, come back up again, 50% of this move, and we'll see what's going to happen here. We kind of consolidate here. We're triangling yen itself, so C is coming to a final way fashion to see if it's going to break down or go break up. Watch out for yen if the stock wanted to make a big push moment down. New Zealand, as you can see as well, New Zealand had some nice push up, break and close above the moving average and come back down today to retest the moving average to see what's going to behave here, how it's going to behave, whether or not you wanted to go all the way down to these lows. And we will count this as a third head and shoulder, and we'll break higher from there, continue this test of this level. We'll see. But all to do with the stock today, we'll see if when US open, we will see how the stock is going to work out, whether or not you want it to come back up or will continue actually one more day down. So I'm looking for a left shoulder. So two highs and one low. It's going to be count as a head. We're looking for this one to continue down, and maybe we'll continue back up to break the neckline, which is going to be this one to take continuation back up to these levels. Okay. Swiss here you can see. So yesterday on the Swiss here, it was the stock all-time highs. Today the stock went back down to the same level as all-time highs, previous day low. But the Swiss is really not pushed all the way up here as it's supposed to. So most of the money is split between Swiss and yen. Yen you can see 100% coming back up. So most of the money come back to yen. Gold as well. I will show you gold later on. Gold pushed up a little bit because of the stock went down overnight. Aussie, same story. Aussie has some just one, two, three green bars, bulls bars, and we have one red bear bar today. I expect that bar can continue back down all the way here and maybe close with a spike, a tail. Then we're probably going to see the next day red as well. So I expect Aussie to keep going down that direction. We have a pattern here to complete. So I expect it to come back down to here if we have this pattern to complete. So to go back up here, and that's where we're supposed to go. CAD is affected by oil, but it went up yesterday and coming back down again, and we above the moving average. We tested 1, 2, 3 times, and we have a bull day. Bear come back down to push it all the way down to here. I expect some resistance going up here. I expect some resistance, maybe probably going to touch the moving average one more time, and we will see if it's going to want to hold or not. So what our players is The one above the moving average is the dollar, and yen. I wouldn't call that one is below. It's just the first test. Probably gonna go down. So the moving pairs is pound as well because it's been holding here for a while. This is below. This is not qualified. This is qualified a little bit to go up more. If you hold here, we'll continue back up to try to break this again, and we'll go to the next level. Okay. If you guys have any question, please leave it in the chat and I'll answer you. Okay, that's S&P 500. Since we were here at these highs, I already drew this extension of Fibonacci to show the next possible move. It's not a crystal ball or anything, but as soon as we broke this high here, I draw this extension to see where we can stop and stall. And since then, you can tell I was playing on all this. And yesterday, we broke at all-time highs. Yesterday, we broke all-time highs, and the previous day, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday we broke high. Today is Thursday. Went all the way down. We broke the previous day low. I expect that momentum to keep going down at least to this level. So expect Aussie, yen, gold to continue back up. That's a very strong support. I could call it strong support here. So I expect it to come back down. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, or overnight tonight. You'll see whether or not we want to actually continue from here. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days bulls, one pair, and 1, 2, 3 bulls and one pair. So that could be just bull back for continuation back up. The momentum is still up and all-time highs, so there's nothing's gonna drive it down badly unless the coronavirus is still trending up. I didn't have really good research about it this morning. I just started stream, but I think that's you can see that something happened, and that's why we have the bull bears market. So I will check it later on. I hope you can do your own research anyway for your health benefit. Where we are from your local news and coronavirus and so on. So I expect S&P 500 there could be support here coming. So it's very interesting to see how it's gonna they play today. But we're gonna spike down here and pull back up and we'll do slow momentum back up to break new highs. That was the first target which is achieved. Fine. Now we pull him back down. If we pull back down to that target, then we probably continuation to the next target. Then we will do the same story, so on and so forth. So we'll see how it's gonna go today when US stock open. As you can see, gold on the daily here, we had 1, 2, 3 bulls, 2 bears, and 1 day bulls just to cover up all these last 3 days, which is indicating gold is interesting to long it. I recommend that gold will come up to this level and will start rotate back down, and that will mirror what S&P 500 doing. So I expected this area to be tested here will be tested one more time here. Could be 3 tops. We'll see some rotation come back down to this level. So where we are right now, if you want to trade it, you could long it all up to here. You leave your stop loss below that day, and when you come up to your target, then you can try to short it back all the way down to here. So that's a good play. Well, I know a few people that are long already, but I recommend for them to exit at these highs, which is about 90 or 85. Let me get this straight. That level here, about the 88. I don't think it will come up all the way up here. It's not going to break that trend line. It's going to touch it by just up. If you look today, it could just break it. Yeah, actually, it's going to break it if we want to come up here today. Also, you can notice that here there is a trend line here. Let me change the color if it's not too hard for you to see. Change it to white. Will be better. Sorry. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, close below it. We dropped and we touch it today. So that trend line here is quite important to see. We want to come up and we close above it. Okay, if we close above it today and we hold the day close inside this trend line, that's mean price exception accepted inside this level, and bears giving up. Okay, very simple. So if you come up here and close here, probably gonna see one pop outside as a wick, and we continue back up. If that's the case, that's great. If it's not, that's your target, that's your maximum area to look for to exit if you're long. Rotation coming back up, probably gonna do this, and we'll drop from there. We'll go the next level here, which is next support that trend line. Dollar index is a bull day, as you can see. Bulling day, no, bear day, so I could say. Bear day here. However, we found some support on that red day. So let's see if that's gonna hold or not today. If it's not, we're gonna see double royal. They call it double fingers or whatever. Come back down here, then we'll indicate that continuation back down. So far with what we hit here, what we touched, we have a few level here to support this. We have one, two. We have this level. We have this close, and that could be a nice level to short from. So let's see. We'll have a pattern here. We're coming back up to retest this area. If that start to go down from here, we'll count that's high, that's a low high. Then we will expect this pair to continue that the index to continue back down to the support, and probably we'll try to come back up again. I will call this common candle on the bigger time frame. But in the low time frame, it all count. If you see the same pattern, then you will know what the next move is. Um, US yen, you can see yen is strong. Uh, this pattern, not sure if it's gonna stick around. I don't think so. It's just a digest. What we are about 70, 75% to come back to 92% is not very wise pattern, I guess. I'm gonna delete it. It doesn't look good. Basically, we have a push up, come back down, high low. So far, we didn't create a new high, so that still not count as a high yet. Could count a lower double bottom and triangling. So it's gonna be like a triangle here. Let's see how that gonna play. I can actually draw it to make it visual. It just has this touch. This is like fake out. So let's see how that gonna play. The reason they do that too high because the angle is not really. It's gonna be like a double top almost. But this touchy here and come back and right away come back down to the same level, low. That's indicating that there was a fake head or head fake, whatever they call it. So I expect that to come back down, try to play the same role here as we did here. We're gonna be another fake head and come back up and start funneling to get the result, which is gonna be up or down. Okay. All right, pound so far is giving me 1, 2, 3 days really weak momentum. Very weak bulls trying to push in the market up, which is the bears were in control. Probably is the profit taken. Just pound kind of consolidate at the moment. We don't have any news to drive it. I like to see it above 130 again, 30 and a half. So if that's happened before the week finish, that will indicate that we actually continue back inside. If it's not, I think this is going to rotate here and come back down again. So 130, 135 is going to be a resistant area. So far we holding this here. We try it once, and that's the second time today. We're trying to break higher. Let's see if we want to challenge these highs. It will be great. That's where will be 130.80. So let's see if we want to actually continue back inside or not. So far if you can tell that we're still doing the same story on that trend line. We go inside it and we go down. We touch it here on that candle. We go down. We try to touch it again. We close below it. We did it yesterday as well. We went inside and we closed below it. And today we will try the same thing. So Let's see if we're actually going to break and close inside this trend line. That's give more confidence for more bulls to come on board, and we'll start pushing that market back up. Bears will giving up at this point. If we crack above this uh, candle, if we crack above it, that's stop losses of bears, short traders. It will trigger and it will start pushing the market back up quickly. So we'll start to accelerate as soon as you come above this day. You'll start to accelerate back up to these highs. And there's are more stop losses up there for the bears. When the market starts touching, it will start to keep going, and the momentum it will start to build up for up move. So far, it's trying bulls trying to push the market really back up against the bears. And if you are a short trader, you'll be nervous to see this kind of momentum. It's almost like a V rotation. And if that's happened, we're going to see small pullback here and we'll continue back up. Normally, the V rotation, they don't come back up easy or down easy. So, yeah, as I mentioned, there's a bearish flag, if you want to call it, but that's the daily view. And I would like, there's other factors. There's other factors. There was this trend line is a big trend line from the bottom of this move overall from last year, and it's trying so hard to break inside this trend line and get inside again. It's like being kicked out quickly and coming back inside again. You want to get in inside again. So the bulls trying really hard. And don't forget, USD was strong a little bit last few days since the stock all-time highs and all the stuff. And they're cashing out now. So if they're cashing out, then that's mean they cash into dollar, and they cash in. They send the money to yen and gold. You want to share my open positions? Yeah, I did share that before. I don't know why you want to see it again. I will try to get it for you. That's fine. I already talked about the position I open. I will share it. I will share it. Anyway, I'm long. I was long down here. So far, I'm long, and I'm coming back up here. Hopefully, the price will come back up here and to close my positions. I've been long for a few days now. It's still on hold. I have three positions on Pound USD itself, and also on Aussie and New Zealand and CAD and Yen. Our all pound pairs positions. Okay. So what happened from here? I'd like you to see it and test this trend line as well. So all these lines, the tripwire, if you want to call it, it's it does make sense. It does come and react to it. So if an algo or a trader will be looking, that's the trend line from the main big move up at 150, 150 some when it was, and that started to do that 2016, 2017. Let me just show it to you. So that major trend lines here. There's a one here inside there. There's a bigger major one from the main all the way up. Okay, if you don't understand now why these lines are here, because of that reason, they come and react to it. It's very, you can see here. Look, it's very important to know that the price come here, react to it. If you close above it or below it, you can trigger trade of it. Here you come consolidate a lot of consolidation, touch it, go down. Same story here as it happened here. And now I like it, see it to touch again and try to play and close above it and we'll go up. That will be a cool trade because we try it once from this line, we break out, come back inside it, and we kind of like rotating around it. So let's see what's going to happen next. But I like pound to see some momentum before the weekend. I like to see it at least here. If you start, I start to see pound come up here, pound USD, that will be good. At least 50% of this move. We're retesting it, then I will be exit some of my position. I will break even, and I will see what's going to happen. The next move is whether or not we want to test this trend line and go back up. That will be qualified as a pattern as well, and a small pattern inside the big pattern. Let's see. There's so many things you can think of, but when the market start to move more to one of the ideas you have in your mind, then that idea will be qualified. This I'm gonna remove this away. There's no reason for it now. It's broken below, so it's not qualified as a pattern. Uh, Euro pound, you can see Euro pound is going down more. This pair, and this is it's going to be hot pair from next year, 2020, 2021, sorry, because we're gonna be trading against Euro and pound Euro against each other. So it's like we're not anymore European Union. So I expect this pair to keep going down for weakness of Euro, because Euro now missing one big income, which is UK. So no more money coming from UK, and that's indicating the euro is gonna go weaker. So I expect this pair to keep going down. We will start testing these lows very soon. So these two patterns, non-complete, just to delete them. Just make it clear. We're just gonna highlight only the support and resistance at this point. So we have here, we watch out for this level. What's gonna happen here? If it's not, we will start watching out for the close of this big candle. Whether or not some bulls waiting down here to buy this market back up, at least test that trend line. So what happened here is going to go down first, probably it was going to come back up to retest, and then we'll start the funneling, and we'll see whether or not we want to break up or we actually keep going down. We could just keep going down and break the low and create a new low, and then we come back up to test this trend line again. It's not going to just fall down. Okay, pound yen. Um, when the stock was, if you notice that when the stock was all-time highs, we had this move, and again when the stock yesterday all-time highs, we had this move up, strong momentum like a V shape happen here again. So this pair to trade it with stock, very important, because yen, pound yen itself, it's mirroring the yen index. It's almost the same, very correlated. So instead of watching both of them at the same time, you just watch pound yen, and you can say that we have three momentum up, but it's actually the opposite. So if okay, yen index, look, if that's going up, that's mean yen is weak. If this is going down, that's mean yen is strong. Other way around, you understand? Because yen on the right hand side. So this pair here moving up, that's yen weakness, that's yen strong. If you go back up again, yen weakness, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that looks like is sideways here as yen index. We play in the range. If we come back up here, I'll close my positions. I'm long from sorry, I'm long from somewhere here. I enter this trade late, but I'm also in a profit at this level. At this level, yesterday I was in profit, but I waited for more momentum up here. I take profit right here because I'm now confirmed that's the range. We have so many touches up, down, up, down. It's like consolidating here. Let's see how it's gonna do. Whether or not we want to continue this range in the future. But so far we're holding here because of stock and pound situation. Pound Aussie. Okay. We have 3 days bears and 1 day bull today. Let's see if we want to come back up here. Quick test. Didn't have my coffee this morning. Just water. I have cold as well. Apologies for my voice. So I expect this bear to come back up here today. We kind of like sideways here. We kind of like, you see this level support here, support here as well, here. So it's quite a busy level, and I think this level is going to hold for push back up. So what happened here? If you look here, momentum up, pull back. Okay, momentum up, pull back. So you see, this one smaller scale. This one is a bigger scale. Okay, on a bigger in a bigger picture. So I expect that one to make another big one, another one. So wave one, wave two, wave three. To continue back up, I could break even and close it if I think this is going to be doing the same story here. But it was more weaker. We see pound moved back up more, and that day was red because of the stock all-time highs. Now we'll see how it's going to do today. If we did the same story here today, then I expect this bird to touch these highs again and try to climb more higher. I think my take profit somewhere at about £2 or 7, and my stop loss is just below here, and my entry is just right there. So about 1 to 1 positions. I'm under the water at the moment, but I'm expecting it to continue back up if the stock getting weaker and weaker. And Aussie anyway was all time is very high. I think sorry, Aussie and New Zealand they were thank you Oleg. I think New Zealand was strong in the past few months, and I think this pullback is good for changing the trend. So okay, so CAD just kind of consolidating here because of oil. So CAD nearly like 90% moving because of the oil, but you can see here we kind of like funneling. So watch out for where we want to break high or low. So we were at the bottom of the channel or the triangle, then we come back up to it now. We starting to shrink, and we were looking for a breakout. So I better wait for breakout. I think I'm long somewhere. I just long it because I'm long from somewhere here. I will share my position shortly. Um, so this is yeah. I was long somewhere here, and I expect that continue back up. My take profit somewhere there. So I expect that to come back up to break higher because overall we have momentum up, pullback, momentum up, and that's pullback kind of like a level, double bottom. It's like we went up here. Let's see how this is gonna hold. Whether or not it's a head and shoulder and break down. My stop loss is gonna be below this one. Some of them here, long term, and my take profit. So the stop loss down here, the take profit all time at this highs, but the rest of them they just somewhere here. It's not random places. It's just at the closes or the wick of the previous days. Take profit. So hunting, kind of like a hunting the close. So I think we will touch that first here, then rotate back down to this spikes. Then we continue back up to his previous spike. So that could be the play, the next play. Of course, this pair is down because weakness of Europe. We remember we talked about this before. I said that that's the level you can exit your trade off, and we indeed touch it. And that level I talked about it before. Here we go. We get into it almost, but mainly the closes, not the wicks. The wicks is just that kind of noise. If you look on the daily, you look to the closes of the candle is very important more than the wicks. The nearest close is when you exit. By the time probably that's your spread as well. So it was wise to exit on the closes, not the wicks. So that's when you come back inside here. I talked about it. When you come back inside here, that channel, you should long it for a break out like this way. And the next breakout will be just around this level, which it did indeed. And I come back down now randomly, just dropping down, try to build this channel here at this rotation. Probably come back down and continue back down to retest this low. So we are here now, and I think that is a nice area to decide whether or not you want to short it or not when it touched here. But I think we will continue back down. The next day is going to be red. Probably going to hold here that shape, or with the bears really strong and they want to push more lower, then we will continue this momentum. Big day, really strong day down. So I expect this bear to continue more down to break this low, and maybe we'll break this low altogether. Then we have rotation for continuation. We will see. I think we still negotiating with Europe regard pound 130. 130, if we come back up to 130 and we close above it, 130.50 for pound USD, that's indicating pound the bulls coming back to the market. Okay, if it doesn't break 130 and close above it and continue up a little bit more, as I talked about it, Then the hope of bound going back up again, not yet, not ready. We're never gonna say yes, it's not gonna go up because there's no news or nothing. The news can come up any minute, any second, and the bulls will jump and just make the market go up. It's a market can change any second. We cannot predict it, but we could say uh, no. We can predict where the move coming, but we don't have the exact momentum for it. But all you need to do is to find the right setup and you take the high probability trade. But you can't say that I think it's gonna go 130 and I will just put my farm and my house on it. No, no, it doesn't work that way. You need to trade just to put the right percentage on the trade, and if you lose, that's a part of the business, and that's it really. So if bound get back up, we have my reason saying that is we have one bulls, two bulls, three bulls day, green days. I mean, the fourth day is coming in and it's trying so hard to get back inside this channel. Okay, you can tell it is really trying to come back up, level up with this level is 135. If you come to 135, okay, my play is you come to 135. Okay, what now? We'll pull back and we'll watch for this border. If he's holding or not, we hold it, great. We'll break 135, we'll go 131.50, then we'll start to do the same story. Yeah, that's start showing that okay, bound bulls coming back in the market, then probably we wanted to go back higher. You know, it's a price action as well. I know it went down. What we watch for? Okay, let's see. It went down here, coming back up 50%. Watch out for the 50% of this move. What's gonna happen 50%? It's gonna pull back down? Yeah, higher probability, yes. 50%, most of the trade are traded. Come back up again. What we have here, we have a pattern. What is pattern? Level up was here, probably is gonna do that again and continue back up again, break higher. So you watch out for this. If we want to break this, if we will break this, great. It's like a funnel. Now like a funnel, okay? But if you get it the right way, just want to just ignore this wick. You just ignore it. Okay, so if we do that, we give a fake out of the funnel itself, coming back up, we're going to do the same. So yeah, watch out for it anyway. It's not really, I don't have the crystal ball to tell you exactly. Watch out for this trend line on the bigger time frame, whether or not we're going to close inside this level, which is great. Probably going to touch 150, 30, 50, come back down a little bit. This that trend line. Next move is probably is going to want to break up higher, unless you want to continue back down. Yeah, it's so many high probability trade. You can come back up here, come back. So what happened is we test the 50% of this move, and we're gonna test the 50% of this move. Then from there we will see. Here you go. We have a pattern. See, it's so many way to trade it, but the more information and the right idea, the high probability that trade will work out for you. Yeah, the more qualifier here for me is the bulls in the market. They're trying so hard to get back the market up. Okay, they invest put in the money and they're fighting this momentum, and most of them now scared. If I'm a short, I'm scared now. I've got 3 days in a row green, fourth days today, and I think this is going to be big because there's a lot of stop losses above there, a lot of stop losses just right there of the short traders. Now as soon as I hit is a trailing stop, hopefully not loser. So as soon as it start to come up here, it will accelerate, it will just keep going, just keep triggering buy orders. Have a yeah. Yeah, I mean 50% is like most of the traders do 50%. I mean like big investor banks when the price, look, if I'm a shorter trader, okay, look, pound went down and I'm coming back up again 50%. I'm a shorter trader, okay, I want to short that market. I have like 500 lots or whatever, and I want to short it here. I will start to break down my lots and slowly go down with it. But imagine the bears, they say, okay, you come 50%, you go back 10% down, touch that trend line. I already add positions here. 20% of my position. Now I'm gonna add the rest of it, 50%. You give me bull back, give me discount. So what happened here? We have a fight in between two bulls and bears. Okay, they keep fighting each other to push the price up or down, and that's the market. Okay, so now with 50% of this move, we'll come here. We will see decision making whether or not we want to go down or fake out or break up. Okay, when the market start to move quickly, that's one of the party of the both of them they give up, meaning like you and me and everyone else in the world trading that same time, like maybe 40% and 60% bulls, 60% bears and 40% bulls. And after that, that started changing the percentage. There are now 60% bulls and 40% bears. Then the market will start to move up, and that's how the market works. Is a digital calculation, and how many of you buying, how many of you selling, and I started making see who's stronger, more stronger. Then they will move that direction, especially with some orders here, like limit orders, a big order for buy limit, huge order waiting down there, up there. Here, huge buy order because when you're a seller, when you want to change, you buying back. So when you buy, that will count as a bull momentum. So if you short, just to be clear with you guys, sometimes you see the market move very quick when you break some levels. When you're short, you buy in this currency. If you want to get rid of your position, you're selling it back. When you're selling it, you put an order here, sell. And for you, from your view, from your side is selling your position, but you actually buying this currency. Make sense? So you buy this currency that will push the market more even higher. Why? Because you, as a seller, buying back this currency to close your position. Me as a buyer, I'm buying it. I'm a buyer as well, buying position here. I want to buy too. I'm flat. I don't have anything. I don't have any position, but I wanted to buy more. So my position will add to your position as more momentum to the upside. It does make sense? Okay, cool, cool, cool. So just wait for it to break above this. Why I say break above this is gonna be a lot of buy stop here, trigger the market more higher. So if he started to push up today here, probably gonna see momentum. Why is green so far like this? Because if as soon as we start to break the previous high, previous day high, we will see momentum. Because the bears, some of them, they will exit early. They don't want to even trigger their stop losses. They want to exit early, and they wanted the market to get out of the market because it looks like the market reversal now, reversing, reversing back from this high. The market went down, coming back up to it again. It's like a V shape, like this one here, like this one here. So let's watch out for it. Okay. Uh, Aussie, we watch Aussie already. New Zealand CAD. Okay, I think I'm done. Do you guys have any other question? I think I call it a day today. Euro, as you can see, Euro keep going down. Let me just quickly look to Euro USD. We create a new low. The weakness of Euro is gonna get even worse. It's just the only reason Euro went up since 2016 and 17 because the election of France. I remember this day very well. There was a big gap, and everyone talked about it. Everyone will come back to me today say, okay, look, the gap is coming back down to close. It's coming back because of the gap. It doesn't make sense. The gap is itself is so small, is not equal the move up and the cost of bringing it down because of a gap. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, it's a gap on the broker, not on the market itself. So remember that gaps are because you're not connected to the data center or the exchange. That's why. That's all. That's why everyone have it. Okay, and it's become something. Say gap, we're gonna close the gap. I'm trading the gap. But I don't believe that. I think gap doesn't make any changes to the market really. It's just because of your broker, it was not connected, and everyone else it was not connected over the weekend. The main hub for the exchange itself it disconnect all the brokers. So let me look at this. Pound New Zealand. Okay, can you see that? Uh, so what happened here? Pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand, right? Pound Aussie, sorry. Oops. Okay, let's go back. Pound Aussie. That's a weekly view. So even in the weekly, you can see that we hold in this support here, guys. That's the weekly view. You see that we hold in here. We didn't really smash through. So far, we're still not below that wick, and we kind of like double bottom and probably continue back up. Let me go to the daily quickly. My first few targets will be above here, the last area here. So that is 95, more or less. Hold on, let me just get the. Here you go. 95.11 or 95.10, just a few bit below it. That could be the first target, or it could be this spike here. This spike could be here. We'll just forget about this. It look like a fake head. Probably we're gonna kind of angle it here, so probably we'll come back up here, prick it by margin, and just start to go down and do it again, and so on and so forth. That will do because the stock, if the stock going down, this is gonna go up. So my expectation is to come back up here. We have like kind of pattern, small pattern inside. By the way, that's my target. I have some position here, but if I come up here because I have some here and here, I was buying all that momentum down. If I come back up here, I could break even and close. I'll be profited from here and closing the position up there. It's just above this spike really. I'm not sure. I will have a look at it. So that's my target anyway. Okay, hold on. Someone want to see my positions. Let me just get this. Okay. So this is bound CAD. This is the bound CAD at the moment, and that's the daily view. I'm long from here and I'm long from here, as you can see. So that's my target at this area here, at this level. My stop loss just below there is a long-term trade. The CAD following oil. So, and that's why I'm long for it. So I'm long a little bit in the middle of the channel, but that's fine. I expect it bound because I longed here because I expect it bound to pull back up to this highs before actually going down again. But so far what we're doing momentum up and one push back up, retesting here. Probably going to come back up here again and try to go at the top of the channel because we have a channel here. So that's the top of the channel. In a few days, coming maybe 2 weeks, probably we will be back up here. It could happen in one day. It could happen in 1 week. So I'm not sure about it. Just go GBP USD. That's where I am. I hold for a little longer here. This trade, I have a few trades here going on, but this is been calculated correctly. So don't be overwhelmed by the positions, please. Just hide the positions. Don't worry about the positions. Just to look at this for momentum move. That will back up here to this level again. We tested many times and probably will come back up here again. And that's why I put my take profit here and some of them here. And that's all for it. Uh, okay, GBP, EUD. Here is my positions right at the spike. So I will be exiting somewhere here and break even the last position. I know my stops loss so far, no calculated correctly. I'll put this back. Check out. If I break below that one, I'm not interested anymore. I will just take my losses and move on. Maybe New Zealand dollar. Oh, that was looking on a weekly, and I expected to come back up here. I left this one to run for a longer because this is monthly. So I wanted to come back up here a little bit more to break this. I think it will happen. You just start rotating, coming back up, retesting, cup and handle, and go back up. I'm looking for a long-term target to get £2.13. pound New Zealand. That's what I wanted to do. So you don't have to follow my trade here, guys. I'm just analyzing the market, and it's up to you what you want to do with your trades. Really, your own boss. I can't tell you what to do. I only share the information I'm doing. GBP, GB yen. Okay, this trade. Uh, yeah, as I talked about it, as I told you guys, here you go. Let me just get it straight. As I told you before, that's where I'm exiting. I bought all my take profit here because I think the stock want to keep going up. I think the stock want to keep going up and make yen weaker again, yen strong again. So I'm looking for this channel here to trigger at least to these highs because I wanna unload my position on pound because I've got a lot of position now open in pound. I'm about 20% now equity on my pound trading. So I need to unload a little bit. So I will unload this pair because it's sideways all the time. And I will look on the daily and 4 hours to make my decision whether or not I want to continue next day. So I think that's still a nice moment, excuse me, nice momentum back up to these highs. That's where I'm exiting, and that's it for pound yen. What else do I have? Pound Aussie. Did I say pound Aussie? Yes. So I think that's all of it, guys. That's all my trades. Yeah, I know. It's a part of the business. Ori, is that correct? So that's part of the business. You have to calculate your business correctly. If you think that's trading is losing money, you should cut your loser quickly. But if I'm already trading on something else, you can see most of my not the most, but some of them that are in profit. I could exit here. Look, this position was open here, okay, at this gap. I could have exited here when it come up to me, but I didn't. I was targeting this level. Yeah, I could call it a day and that's it. But I think that momentum is going to continue. So what do I have? I have a channel now, and I have a channel. I like this channel to continue back up. But if I'm wrong, if it doesn't want to break this high, it will come back down and it's actually sideways. So, but if you break that high, it could be channel. So I'm exiting here. I will exit my positions and I will unload. As I said, I want to unload most of my position because so much, not so much. I'm on the right, but more pound pairs trade. So if any Boris Johnson come up, say something nasty or anything like that, it could just collapse me. So I don't want to keep more risk on pound now. I want to unload a little bit. So I'm 20% on pound. I don't want to keep doing this increasing. I'm not opening any new positions, but I want to unload it a little bit. So yeah, that's it, guys. Unlock it. There you go. Do you guys have any questions? Stream a little bit longer today because yesterday making up for yesterday. So yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks very much for attending and watching my video webinar, whatever. I will be doing some more work on the channel, and I will do courses and so on how to trade the market. So much to it is not only one video or anything like that. It just I'm quickly giving you my view of my positions and stuff like that. But there's actually more to it. You need to tell the story. You need to tell the story of the market. You need to know how the market doing, and you need to know how the behavior of every candlestick and when to get in, when don't to trade, when to trade, when not to have to trade that day. You don't have to trade every single day. It's very important to understand that you're not like a hedge fund or something like that. You have to put your money in the market. You're not trading someone else's money. You're trading your own money. So you trade when it's suitable for you to trade. You don't have to trade every single minute, every single trade, every single move is unnecessary. It's high risk and really unnecessary. Okay, guys, this is a part of it, but there's a huge more to it. There's so much more to it. It's not that simple, and with practice and knowledge you will achieve your goals, but it's not going to happen overnight. There's no get rich scheme in overnight, over a week, over a month. It doesn't work that way. If that's that simple, think about if that's simple, everyone else in the world will be richer than the previous one. So anyway, guys, you have a beautiful day today, almost the weekend. Have a lovely day and trading and take care. And I will be seeing you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.